Mrs. Mark asked me if I had a plan for getting the work completed on my car, and I had to say, no, I didn't, which is kind of embarrassing because as a project manager, that's what I did for decades was to create project plans. So I immediately sat down and started work on one. Initially, I had something a lot more complicated in mind, where I had task numbering, and I had, of course, the title and the status and notes, but then I had projected completion date and actual completion date, and I was going to do dependencies between different tasks, and that just really was not workable. So we ended up with this, and it's really quite simple. We have our tasks here, and basically I just put this together. I just thought of all the tasks I could and that needed to be done, and as I thought of additional tasks, added those, broke them up into sections. So this is the front suspension work, and this has a lot of green because that was the first thing I really tackled. I still have a couple things I still need to do. I need to redo the front sway bar bushings, and I need to drop the car onto its wheels again, onto the concrete, so that I can torque all the suspension bolts. Rear suspension, haven't done anything. Brakes is another big thing, and I'm almost done with that one. Just have to install the other front wheel tire assembly, and then check this brake adjustment and torque the anchor pins, and install the new parking brake pedal pad, which I haven't ordered yet. I have to remember to order that. Engine. This is where I put the gas tank. I still need to finish up connecting the fuel lines, and then it's reinstalling a lot of stuff. Looking at probably doing the getting the engine rebuilt next spring. Transmission. Big job with the transmission is replacing the mount and thrust pad. I still have to reconnect the transmission cooler, install the torque ball kit. I have the kit. I may not do that right away. Not sure. Body sills. I've got a couple used ones I'm not really happy with. I might order new ones, repros. Some more, another bunch of green here. A lot of this is related to getting parts for the front bumper replated. And that's all done. So that'll be the last step in putting the front end back together. We'll be putting that re-chromed bumper in, which will be exciting. Fenders, and you'll see when a task reaches 100% completion, it turns green. If it hasn't been started, it's 0. We got the yellow ones. Oh yes, this is heat and ventilation. This was a big job too. A lot of different components, taking stuff out to be rebuilt or at least tested at the radiator shop. Getting a new heater core fan motor and also a new heater fan switch. So then we go into the dashboard, and this is most of what's on the dashboard is related to painting the dash to get rid of the awful paint that's on it now. Some electrical work. A lot of it is I'm just repairing wiring and trying to make it as looking for any issues that I might have and figure out the best way to address them. The interior, I'm in the middle of cleaning the floor, painting the floor, insulate the floor, install the new headliner tack strip. So that's showing up at 50%. And we come on down. A lot of things I haven't started down in here. And finally, we get down to the very bottom, and I'm just running a straight average of all of the completion percentages. At this point, it's showing 65.87, which I think is pretty good. Means we're only 35% away from completion. Of course, that doesn't I'm sure there'll be additional tasks that get added. I probably add 2 or 3 tasks uh, a week on this thing on average. So, but this has been very instrumental in driving the project to keep me on schedule, keep me on task. Uh, Without this, I think I'd still be floundering. So, if any of you guys ever want to do a big, complex project like this, do a plan. I think it'll help you unless you're extremely naturally organized and can do all this in your head.